Blog Talk Radio.
This is the girl George and the Dragons Radio Show coming to you from sunny, windy Berkeley, California. Today we have an old friend of mine from North Beach in San Francisco. I used to be at the Topless Clubs there. I used to be at the Peppermint Tree, and Larry was one of the major players at the committee, which was a couple doors down. And they come over and see my show, and I come over and see their show. And so here we go. Larry Hankin, how are you, baby?
I'm fine. Yeah, you sound fine too. Yeah, them were the good old days. Always, you know. Sure, the committee was a great place to be. I guess North Beach at that time was, pretty cool place to be.
North Beach was a great place to be back in, it was like 66 I came down there. I think you came before that. When did you start at the committee?
I was just drafted along with a bunch of other people. I didn't know where they were going. I just thought they seemed interesting, so I followed along. I guess in 1960, I followed them out there.
From where?
Me out. From New York. I'm from New York. I'm from Long Island. I was just kind of a stand-up comedian bum.
We're all
just give me a stage.
You know how musicians and artists are. We'll always be bums and vagabonds.
And I mean, they offered me a job and a plane ticket and said, "Hey, come on out there. We're doing this thing," and it was a paycheck. So I just went out there, and it turned out to be the committee. So that was cool. That was, and then San Francisco happened.
Oh yeah, that was before the heyday of the hippies and all that stuff. I got there before that too. I was playing up at Coffee Gallery, and it was like folk music.
Yeah.
And it just turned from being jazz and beatniks to being folk music, and they still had the poetry there. So the last end of the hippies were still there, but it just turned over to the folk scene. That's when I started playing there. The ones I remember most at the committee are you and Howard Hessman and Chris Ross and Bruce Mackey and Gary Gordon.
Yeah.
Those are the ones I knew best.
Yeah, me too. I mean, we were this gang of funny people. But we're all over the map now. I see some of the people every once in a while because most of them moved down here, or if they didn't, do too many drugs or just died. But every once in a while I see somebody. But it's different.
Well,
back
I
then
ran
it was
into
all
you
in
again
one
in L.A. You were making some kind of movie there at Easy TV or something, and I ran into you there back in the 80s, I think it was.
Right, yeah. Well, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm still doing. Actually, that's, Easy TV. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I was speaking to somebody yesterday who wants to, he has this nostalgia network, kind of, for the 80s. Actually, he was talking about the 80s. And so those things that we made at Easy TV may yet get actually on the internet. I don't know.
Cool. They used one of my songs on one of the stupid movies there. I don't know what the movie was, but they used one of my songs.
Then we'll see. But looking for them, haven't been found yet. But that's what's going on.
On YouTube. Why not?
Everything else is up on YouTube and stuff like that. But it was just interesting that you mentioned it. And
so you've been a character actor in many, 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 many movies and TV shows. I know you were in Escape from Alcatraz and The Jerk. What else were you in?
Oh, wow. Well, a lot. But but my heart was always in making those little things at Easy TV. I mean, sincerely, that's what I'm doing now. About 5 years ago, in 2010, I decided to go to film school. So that's really what I've been doing since the last 4 or 5 years. So that was cool, and it's what turned me on to actually making funny films, even for the internet or for the theater or whatever. But making funny films is interesting to me. Like somebody would like to play the guitar. I go, hey, wait a minute, this is kind of cool. You can edit it at home, and still actually make something that's pretty cool. So that's
I've seen stuff on YouTube that you have where you have something for every different holidays, for Mother's Day, for birthdays, for whatever.
Oh, yeah, right, yeah. See, like somebody's actually interested in that. I just make them and turn them out. I don't see where they go, I just like making them. It's getting this idea and then, just go out and film it. And,
well, that's what artists do. They make artists. They don't sell it. That's for somebody else to fucking do it,
Yeah, but it would be
just
cool.
Just make the
stuff. If somebody wants me to make more of it, that's cool too. But for right now, that's like I said, I've been going to film school and funny film school and writing. That's what I do now, is write and make these little films. That seems really interesting to me. So, whatever.
So you write and you produce and you direct and you act in them too?
Well, I'm learning to do all of it. Sometimes I just direct. Sometimes I let somebody else direct. And, I just mix it up. Just learn. It's like a learning process, and you're doing it at the same time. So it's not that simple, but
the committee gave you good practice with that because everyone worked together and bounced off each other and made it up as you went along. So that should help.
Yeah, but there wasn't the mechanics of all of a sudden now cameras you can shoot with no light at all. It's amazing what DSL and that stuff. So you have to learn that. But now, you can do that. In the committee, we didn't have to worry about the lighting. We got up and, waved a chicken or,
Yeah, but you learn how to ad-lib. You learn how to ad-lib and go with the flow with whatever comes out because things always go wrong.
Well, right now they have cameras that can pick that up. Before you had to, plan it out, Oh, where are you going to, you're in the shadow. No, the camera can't. Now, it's amazing. So that's why I've been going to school, But it's fun, and it's getting back to that group effort. Once everybody knows, we can do that now. That's cool. So all those things like Escape from Alcatraz and stuff was like kind of background for what I'm doing now because I learned to act, That was.
You were also in a lot of TV shows, weren't you? In Breaking Bad and Seinfeld and a bunch of those.
Yeah, but I was with Bryan Cranston. He's a great actor. So I'm there learning. I'm not thinking I'm on Breaking Bad. I'm going, wow, I can absorb this. That was going through my mind. I was going, what an opportunity. These people are serious. So now I'm thinking, well, wait a minute, I can do that. Let's see. But getting the mechanics together, that's the tricky part. There's a craft to it, So that's
okay. What's the name of your latest project? What's the name of the movie?
Well, the Outlaw Emmett Deemus is one, and the Outlaw Emmett Deemus. I have this clown that I'm working on. That's my senior project. He's like Don Quixote. Like I don't know. He's just this guy. He's on a motor. It's Don Quixote on a motorcycle, basically. So I've done like 3 or 4 films. They're on YouTube, But I'm trying to figure out, maybe you could get a series out of it, something like that. That would be interesting, But still, it would be Emmett Deemus. And then
how long are each one? How long is each movie?
About 8 minutes, 9 minutes,
Oh, it's not a 2-hour movie, huh?
Well, no, what I'm doing now as I talk to you, I mean, I'm in the middle of writing something, and right before we got on the phone, no, I'm writing it into maybe a 2-hour or 3-hour series for like a network. But it's just
cool.
clown. So the 3 movies I've made were actually experiments in looking at the character and seeing how he looked from the page to the screen. That's like I guess it's like a recording studio. There's a craft to going into the recording studio.
Yeah, but you have to learn somewhere along the way.
Yeah, but so you put it together, it comes out, and you go, wow, man, it's funny. Almost like I showed it up in Seattle last week at a film festival. An hour we did of it. And it was pretty funny. It went over very well. So I've been like experimenting with it. So that's where my head is at, right now.
Where are you at now? Are you in L.A. or San Francisco area?
Yeah, but I've been kind of in a cocoon down by the beach here. I live near the beach here, Venice Beach.
What, Venice?
Which is kind of
Venice?
quiet, Yeah, Venice.
Oh, cool.
And so it's I don't pay attention to. I've just been working because you can, like I say, edit at home. So I just edited this half-hour thing with my computer, my laptop. Took me a while.
I edit all the time. I know all about editing.
Yeah, so that's amazing. That's another tool. But I had to pick it up. But it's interesting what you can do, and when I was growing up, what movies were. This big, mysterious, huge machine that you went to, a theater to see. And I'm going, holy cow, I can do this on my computer. What the heck? It's amazing. Sound effects, everything.
Yeah, you can put it up on YouTube, and everybody in the whole world can see it. It's it's like magic.
Yeah,
they've taken the business out of it and made it where anybody can do it if you just get in there and learn how to do it.
Yeah, or you have the interest in doing it. I mean, I've talked to people who care less, about my passion for making these funny little films. But there's something to it. I consider it a nice tool, very, very cool. Whereas the committee, you would have to have the theater and, it would only be as many people as you could get in. Now you can go around the world. It's amazing. So that's unique.
The world has changed a whole lot.
Yeah. So, but
we're in the future now, just like in the Jetsons. They said it was going to happen. I mean, they got these little phones on their wrist and shit, just like Dick Tracy now.
Exactly. I'm like a GoPro. I mean, yeah.
But it's not just a phone, it's a computer. It can monitor your heart. It can unlock your house. It can turn on your turkey.
Yeah, exactly. So, that's a whole other learning curve, So but it's interesting. It's very interesting.
Well, it's nice that we lived long enough to see all this change. Boy, we've seen a lot of change in our lifetime.
Yeah, and it's going faster and faster. It's like, like a computer chip. I think it's like it doubles every year or something, the amount of information they can get on it. Yeah. It's right now I'm awed. I haven't I don't have a grasp on it. It's very I guess it's like the electric light when somebody said, no, you just turn the switch. You go, what? I mean, that's basically what, I have coming at me, this holy cow, you can have my little movies, and then you can have a lot of downers out there doing the same thing. Amazing tool.
Well, my grandkids been playing with computers since they were like a year old.
Yeah. It's like a modern guitar or something like that. I mean, but boy, is it powerful.
So where are you from originally? Let's talk about where you came from, where you went to school, what your mom and daddy did. What about that?
Oh, I went to Far Rockaway High. Was on the swimming team and the rifle team. That was pretty cool. But in the school plays, I always wanted to get up on the stage. I mean, that was really what it's all about. And I seemed to be able to make my mom laugh. So, okay, that sounds pretty cool. So just followed that. High school plays, and then a friend of mine, actually Carl Gottlieb, who wrote Jaws, that guy, hired me to go to summer stock, and that was it. I was in show business. So it was like Carl.
So what did your father do for a living? What did your father do for a living?
Oh, what did he do? He was an accountant. Didn't think show business led anywhere. Didn't approve. That was like not a cool thing. Really was adamant about it. Would take doorknobs off of doors to catch me and my sister when we snuck out. Couldn't get back in the house because the doorknobs were gone. I mean, he was pretty crazy.
Well, that usually makes the best artists is when the parents are real straight and you have to really fight for it.
I guess in a way, it's sad to say, but I think you're right, Weird. But
so you ended up going to New York from Long Island?
Well, then me and Carl, again, Carl Gottlieb, the guy who wrote Jaws, after summer stock, he moved to Greenwich Village, and he said, hey, let's be roommates. So I said, okay, cool. I had nothing to do. I didn't want to go to business. I didn't know what I was going to do. I graduated as an industrial designer, but I didn't want to do that. It was just something to take. I don't know. And so and Carl got into movies, and then we were in Greenwich Village, so I got up on a stage and started to make people laugh, and I started to get paid for it. And then Second City, I joined Second City in Chicago, and then the committee came out of that, and then we went down to Hollywood. Bada bing, bada bang, bada boom.
Just keep on moving.
In other words, in other words, I was just a bum. I had nothing in mind. It was just, this is okay. They want to go here. Okay, I'll go there. Oh, okay. But now I actually really would like to do films. That's kind of an obsession, actually, which is cool.
You finally found your calling after all these years. How old are you
Yeah,
now?
but
how old are you, Larry?
Well, older than actually. I won't say. I don't want to say. I don't want it out there. It's crazy.
Oh, okay. You don't have to say. See, I'm 70 and I'm proud of it. I mean, I couldn't have done all the things that I've done if I wasn't as old as I was. I wouldn't have been there.
Well, just so many images of it, I just kind of gave up. I probably should be crotchety, but that doesn't even occur to me. So I don't know what they're talking about. Me
neither. I keep doing it. I sing every week. I go on stage and scream and yell, and I could outdo any of the kids. I mean, I'm louder and more obnoxious than any of them. I've been for the punk days,
So it's kind of meaningless, and I won't give into it, and fuck them all. It just doesn't matter. I have other interests, and that's like a whole. I mean, there's a cosmetic industry based on how I think I am. I won't get into them.
Well, I've never worn makeup. I don't believe in it. I'm pretty much here. I am.
Well, I don't know. I just don't know. If it makes you happy, cool. That's all.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
I've not figured out. As far as the species goes, I don't understand that. I watch a lot of Nova, you know, and history, and it just doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't make any sense.
Did you ever get into music? Did you ever play any music or sing, or has it always been acting?
No, I'm learning to play the guitar. I haven't learned, but yeah. So that's kind of that is really cool because that was beyond my comprehension. You know, that was like magic. How the hell are you doing that? How do you? But no, it's it's kind of cool. You know. It's just
when I first started playing
way.
guitar back in 1966, you know that black guy you had there that was one of the actors? I forget his name. There was only one, I think.
Mel Stewart?
Yeah, Mel. Anyway, I asked Mel, I said, how do you perform? How do you sing? You go on stage. I knew like 3 chords, you know. And I says, what do you do? And I says, tell me how you perform. And he says, well, just live it. Don't pretend. You've got to live what you're saying in the words in the song. And that's what I've done ever since. You know, I am whatever I am singing.
Right. But that for me, that I'm not quite there yet, but I totally understand where I have to go. You just have to relax and go with it. I'm getting there. You know, I tape myself and stuff, but it's a good for me. It's a diversion because that's the other thing. You know, sound. The thing I like about making funny movies is music has a lot to do with it. You know, the soundtrack. So it's really pulled me into that world of really listening, which is, you know, something I never really did, never paid attention to it. I was more into words than music, and now all of a sudden, no, music has a whole other level, you know, as far as I know, so far.
Well, I'm a songwriter, and my thing is words. Words. I mean, I can put E, A, B, 7, anything, and you know, that's a song for me. I mean, it's just da 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 da. Well, it's punk, you know. I played punk clubs many years, so my idea of music is kick him in the face and keep kicking him.
Yeah, man. I think that's. I've yet to get there, but I see where you're going. Yeah, right. I just saw that last night. I saw the documentary on Kurt Cobain on something heck. What the heck or something? I don't know. It was on TV. Yeah, like him.
Yeah, he was great. He was great.
Oh wow! Little sound effects.
We got a bomb going off there.
Yeah, something red just went by. Yeah, it's okay though. So all day long. It's Sunday, I think.
How close to the beach are you?
Well, about 3 blocks, I guess. Yeah, but I'm right on the main street, you know.
Oh, that's like crazy land there on the beach in Venice.
Oh yeah, at certain hours you can't. Yeah, I can't go out of the house, or I can't get back to the house. So that's true. You know, the closer you get to summer. But I grew up in Far Rockaway, so I'm used to it. That's the kind of, you know, it was just on the East Coast. But yeah, this is what I grew up with. You know. And then,
yeah. Well, I love circuses. I always wanted to run off with a circus. I think I did, but in an abstract way.
Well, you guys are up in Berkeley, right? I mean, that's where you come from.
I'm in Berkeley. I live with my daughter. I've got a daughter that's she just turned 38, and she's married, and her 2 kids that are 8 and 5 live upstairs, and I live downstairs, and we live up in the hills in Berkeley. And I play at the Missouri Lounge in Berkeley every Wednesday night.
Cool, yeah, because it's really. I just came back from Seattle, and it's green up there in Berkeley. And
it's very green. I live in the hills. It's actually built. The house is actually built in the hill, So I'm surrounded by all these trees, redwood trees. It's beautiful up here.
Right, yeah. And I didn't realize how
And there's
thirsty
air
I was
here,
for
which
green.
there isn't in L.A. I was in L.A. for 12 years. There was no such thing as air
Right,
there.
yeah.
Oh, but you're at the beach. You're at the beach, so the beach gets air.
Yeah, that's even less green, It's blue sky and, sandy beach.
You
That's
got
kinda
sand.
cool, Don't knock it. But I didn't realize it until
Okay, we're out of time, Larry. It was great talking to you.
Yeah, same.
And we'll look for your stuff on YouTube or wherever it's at. Larry Hankin.
Emmett.
The
Cool.
Outlaw Emmett.
Yeah, the Outlaw Emmett Deemus or Emmett Deemus. Yeah, or
Deemus.
Actually, the next thing is the Homeless Detective. That's the next.
Okay.
Thing. Starring him and me.
Okay, well, it was great talking to you, Larry.
Thank you, Girl George.
Okay, this is Girl George and the Dragons Radio Show saying, see you later, alligator.
Everybody's crazy but me. Everybody's nutty as can be. Forming gangs, waging wars, paint the names upon the door. You against me.